Hello, and welcome to the Rado auto sorting mod slightly longer explanation video and trying to answer some questions that you may have before you get started. So I just loaded a quick save, so let's quickly set up the sorting system again. I'm just going to put the drop-off chest right here, and I'm going to put the default chest right here. Again, you don't actually have to place the default chest. If you don't, things that aren't sorted will just stay in the drop-off chest. But I like to place it. Let's place some armor right here in the armor chest. And let's place a weapons chest over here. Weapon chest. Okay, now the sorting system is working. If we throw some, say, weapons and some armor in there, it'll sort, and then, oops, there's not going to be anything in there except for the that. So the weapons ended up in the weapons chest, and the armor ended up in the armor chest, obviously. So what happens if you say, want to be more specific in your armor chest assignments after you've already placed this one? So what happens if you say, for example, put some boots here, and some, I think it's gauntlets next, gauntlets here. Oops, I missed one. Put some chest right there and some helmets right there. So what happens if we now place the armor in the sorting chest with those more specific chests added? Let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. So because we had some more specific chests than this normal armor chest, the boots went into the boots chest, the gauntlets went into the gauntlets chest, and so on and so on. Essentially what happens is that the piece being sorted will go to the most specific chest that you have assigned. In this case, we have more specific chests than just armor, so therefore the pieces went into the more specific chest. The same thing will happen with weapons. So we have a sword and a battle axe here. Let's take the sword. Let's place the sword indicator over here. There it is. Now let's go over here and actually place the sword in here, and it'll get sorted into the sword chest instead of the weapons chest. See, it's not in here, it's just in here. Now what happens if you want to, say, reassign this armor chest, and you don't want it to say armor anymore, you want it to say something else? So because I've already removed the stones from my inventory, if I give myself the stones again, and then go over here and place the armor chest indicator inside the drop-off chest, the chest will actually be unregistered, as you can see in the upper left corner. You can take the armor chest indicator back, it's not going to do anything, and now this safe is now a safe again, it's not an armor chest. And you can do that for anything. You can do that for any chest that you've already placed, and it will unregister that chest. It'll completely disassociate that chest with anything to do with my sorting mod. And lastly, you can tell that you can set up your sorting in a kind of haphazard way. You can set it up however you want, anytime you want, and it's not really going to affect anything. You can add chests, you can remove chests, you can do whatever you want, and the sorting just kind of always works. So now let's talk about some crafting. Did I add the other chest over here? No. Okay, so in this chest right here I have some iron ore. Let's add the ore and ingot chest right there, and it will register it. And over here I'm going to put some ingredients. I didn't actually do that yet, so let's put the ingredient in there. It's now ingredients, and let's put some ingredients in there. Okay, so last time I didn't actually have anything down here that could use ingredients, but I do have some iron ore in there now, so the smelter should work correctly. So let's cast the other important spell that I have. Let's make sure I'm recording. I am recording. The other important spell, which is select stations. And you can see now that we actually have 2 of them. We didn't have that last time. The mod is slightly updated now, but for now, let's cast this select crafting stations. You see all the crafting stations around me glow green. So all of these crafting stations are now registered with the mod and will retrieve items from all of your chests to you. So now let's do that. Again, we have some ores over here, and we have 100 iron ore. Let's get rid of the stones just because they annoy me. Where are they? Stones. Remove sorting stones. Okay, sorting stones removed. Now if we activate the smelter, we can see that we have 100 iron ore in our inventory, so we can create a bunch of iron ingots. That's fine. And now we're not over encumbered because we're not carrying a bunch of stuff, and there's only 7 ore left in here. So, I don't think I have anything that can actually be improved by iron. I don't, or at least no armor. Do I have, where'd that sword go? That's not gonna work. Iron, there we go. Okay, so this should work as well. There we go, we have the iron sword of arcing. Let's improve it because the iron ingots are in our inventory and everything works. Okay, now what happens if you will want to use a different crafting station that's not actually in this load cell? So let's go upstairs and we'll find out. So let's go select a different crafting station now. Where are those ones? I think they're upstairs. Please excuse the bard music. Where the heck is it? I forget. I haven't been in here in so long. I think it's here. Okay. Obviously, this alchemy lab isn't going to retrieve any of my ingredients because I haven't set it up yet. So let's try out this new spell, and this new spell is the select individual crafting station spell. So what we do, it's an aimed spell, so you just aim the spell at the crafting station, and it selects it. Crafting station is added to list. Now, if you try to aim at something else, like a chest, it's just going to say it's not a crafting station. And if you aim at a crafting station that you've already added, it's already in the list, so it's not going to do anything. As of right now, the only way to remove stations from the crafting list is to cast the original spell again. Just select crafting stations. I'm going to add a remove crafting station from list spell later. I just haven't gotten to that yet. So now that we've added this alchemy lab to our list of crafting stations, when we activate it, now we have all of our ingredients. And that's great. That's basically the entirety of the mod. We can make a bunch of stuff, and we don't get over encumbered when we're done. Everything's super fast, and you can add up to 15 or 20, I forget how much I added in the most recent update of this mod, 15 or 20 different crafting stations. If you add too many, I don't think I'm going to be able to show that here, but if you add too many and then cast the spell, it'll say that there's no more room in the stations list. In that case, then you need to cast the original spell again, select crafting stations, and then you can add more. Again, you can only add up to 15 or 20 at a time. And I believe that's going to be it. Is there anything else that I wanted to talk about with mod? So I'm working on a few different things that are going to go into the mod soon, and probably by the time you're watching this, they'll already be in the mod. I want to add an auto transfer script so that you can just go up to something and select transfer all, and it'll transfer everything out of your inventory except a default list that you set at the very beginning. And for me, it's kind of just a quality of life thing. I spend a lot of time taking stuff out of the inventory, and it's kind of annoying because you don't want to take out specific things, and you want to make sure that you don't transfer out things that aren't equipped but you still want in your inventory. You want to make sure that you have a certain amount of potions every time, and for me that's just not a really fun part of the game. So if I get rid of that part of the game and add this auto transfer script in, and it'll make it a lot easier. I'm also going to add the remove stations spell, like I said earlier. And what else did I have? I had a, I think that's it, actually. I think that's all I wanted to add right now. I'll be constantly fixing bugs that come up. I haven't really found that many. There's been one or two, but I fixed them relatively quickly. And so yeah, I hope you enjoy the mod, and if you do, please leave a like or whatever it is on the Nexus mods, and enjoy. Thanks very much.